Okay, good people. It looks like we are live. It is officially underway. What's up? It's Wednesday. Do you know what that means? That means it's webinar time. You know what that means? That means it's time to talk about your money and get your money in order. I appreciate you guys for joining us. We're going to let Facebook do its thing and propagate, or whatever they call it, marinate, or whatever, and get the word out, man, that we're talking money tonight. I got a special guest, a couple of special guests that are going to join me in the studio today to talk about income shifting, to talk about cash flow expansion. What's up, Kayla Evans? Kayla Evans, one of our newly promoted senior directors, bringing in an extra 3 figures, residually on the way to 4 figures. Congratulations, my friend. What's up, Abraham? Always good. Gwen Dotson, always good. So do me a favor. If you guys are brand new, I'm going to start a watch party here in a sec. Oh, you can go ahead and start your watch party, actually. And I'm going to do the same thing on my cell phone. But we're going to talk money tonight. We're talking cash flow success. We're talking hold on. We're talking cash flow success. We're talking cash flow expansion. We're talking wealth principles. We're talking the rules of the wealthy. We're talking about the things that, guess what? They did not teach you in schools. I know why they didn't do it, but trust me, you need to know why they didn't do it, because if they knew that you learned these wealth principles, guess what? They can no longer take advantage of you. So we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight, namely income shifting and cash flow expansion. I don't think people realize there's a big difference between cash flow and income. I'm going to start my watch party here in a second because I want you guys to get as many people as possible to understand the importance of economic empowerment, to understand the importance of working for, or not working for money, but letting money actually work for you. I want you guys to understand the importance of capitalism. And there's nothing wrong with capitalism. It's just the rules of the game at some point have to change, right? You got to know at this point in your life that working a job for the rest of your life is not necessarily the best option. It's a cool option, but it's not necessarily the best option. So we want to do something to have money working for us so we don't always have to work for money. So get ready to get rocking and rolling, guys. I'll be right back in the next 2 seconds or 2 minutes and counting. Go ahead and start your watch parties. I'm Brian Bean, proud founder of the Extra Digit Movement. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll be right back in less than 2 minutes. For those who don't know, we're starting in less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes and counting. Again, I'm starting these watch parties, making sure you guys do the exact same thing. Let people know that you are in the building. If you're brand new, do us a favor. You want to go ahead and text the person right now. You want to go ahead and inbox the person right now whose watch party you are actually watching, and just let them know, say, I am on the 925. Again, you want to let the person know who invited you that you are on the 925. That way, afterwards, when we talk about cash flow expansion and we talk about extra income and we talk about the things they didn't teach you in schools, you're basically saying, hey, I was in the building, hook me up. Hey, I was in the building, I want those strategies. Hey, I was in the building, I'm ready to use those principles. Hey, I was in the building, let me start saving money, let me start investing money, let me start investing in myself, let me start earning daily pay. And all the cool things we're going to show you guys in a second, man. So get ready to go in the next I'll say 60 seconds. We're going to start in 60 seconds and counting. 60 seconds. All right, 30 seconds and counting. 30 seconds. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, I hope you text the person or inbox the person if you're brand new who invited you and let them know you're in the building. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I got some special guests I want to bring on tonight. They're going to share some powerful testimonies with you guys. My name is Brian M. Bean, founder of the Extra Digit Movement. And what that means is we show you how to grow your net worth one digit at a time. Using strategies, not hype, not fluff, not puff, but real results, real people using real things that are creating some awesome testimonies across the country. I want you guys to understand this because this is very important. Everybody's not losing during this pandemic. And if you think that everybody's losing, it's because you're not really looking in the right directions. You can succeed in the pandemic. What you have to do, you can't be afraid to pivot, right? You can't be afraid to say, you know what? Let me come out of this situation better than I actually went in. Let me put on a different hat. So right now we're looking for people who are looking for us, right? If you're open-minded, you want to make change, you understand that right now things are a little bit different and things are a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, out of chaos always comes opportunity. And I think people miss that. In the mix of chaos, there's always something that you can do. If you pivot and don't have a closed mind, you can become a multi-millionaire in times where most people are in their shell, most people are closed-minded, most people aren't even looking for opportunities. And I'm telling you guys, I turned a small investment into $500,000 this year, right? And it could end up being $1 million this year just because I opened my mind up to a new way of making money. And the reason you guys don't understand the power of this is because they don't teach it in schools. So what you want to do is strip yourself of all the different things that you've been taught. Strip yourself of all the ideologies that money doesn't grow on trees or that you can't get wealthy. You can get wealthy, but to do that, you first have to ask yourself, who's stopping me from getting wealthy? That's the first thing you have to do. Anybody in this country can be wealthy. But in order to do that, you got to see who's stopping you from becoming wealthy. So I'm going to show you guys the obstacles, if you will, or challenges that people in this country run into when it comes to being wealthy. But I'm going to do that with a couple of special guests. One I want to bring up right now, I got a lot of respect for this young man, Brandon Caldwell. How you feeling?
I'm doing well, Brian. How about yourself?
Hey, man, we're just going to have a conversation between me and you. Our numbers are fluctuating between 300 up to 500 people. And you know, several thousand will probably see this by the end of the night with no pressure, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, good, man. Brandon, talk to me real quick. So you are actually making money in the business. I understand that because you made a decision during the COVID era to work from home, you actually now earn non-wage income. You're on your way to 4 figures. You're already making 4 figures a month, correct?
That is correct.
On average. So you gave yourself a $12,000 a year pay raise minimum. Am I correct?
That is correct.
What is the difference so far, Brandon, with you as far as non-wage income versus wage income?
Man, that is a great question. Let me tell you, the non-wage income is simply just put where you are actually leveraging money. You are now allowing money to work for you, where you're not, you're putting in some work, but the work is minimum, and you are allowing that the money itself and the interest grow, and work for you. Where when you're at a job, you know, you are really slaving and working for every single penny, and a lot of times you're not even getting paid what you're worth.
So I just got a text message. It's amazing, man, how often we get paid. But I got a text message just now that someone qualified for an instant pay raise. I know your phone goes off every single day. We're going to show everybody here how this works every single day at 5 o'clock. Are Are you excited about the decision you made to partner with Making Wealth Real Financial? Do you feel like your future is brighter?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that just because you asked me, actually living it and actually seeing what the benefits of it for being a part of such a wonderful company like this, it's unheard of. It's blown my mind.
Well, let's show them why most people don't succeed financially in the country, so they can make sure that they're not one of them, right? I want y'all to put this in the comments because I asked you guys to do a lot of call and response because there's power in the tongue. And I want you guys to know that you got to start saying things and speaking things into existence. The difference with us is we give you something to say and then we back it with action. So I want you to put in the comments, I'm not like most. You can't be like most people right now. Most people are afraid. Most people are taking a defensive approach. Most people are waiting on Superman or Superwoman during the COVID era to save them. Most people think the president really cares. Most people think the government's going to send another stimulus check. Most people think they don't have to do anything different. Put in the comments, I'm not like most. See, because I'm not like most, I make above average money. I got 4 and 5 figures a day coming in because I think different. Guys, this is after 8 months in the business. Brandon, I'm going to show them something real quick. I'm going to have you come right back. I want you guys to see this. So this is just yesterday. That's over $1,000 that entered the account yesterday, right? $1,111 yesterday. This is $691 that hit my e-wallet the day before. This is $14,400 the day before. Came with so much transfer at a time. This is $719 the day before, right? So this is every single day. You got 4, 5, 4, 5, 3 figures coming every single day because we think different. So if you can make $20,000, for example, in a week's time, or if you just made $5,000 extra dollars in a week's time, it's because you are not like most. So Brandon, let's show them what most people are going to deal with if they don't hit this harsh reality. Talk about how the social distancing is affecting inflation in a nutshell and taxes. You tackle both of those and I'll show them how to get around those things. How are inflation and taxes going up during this corona era?
Well, that's a good question, Brian, and I'm going to say this. You guys, I have to understand what inflation is. Inflation is basically when the value of the dollar drops because everything around you is actually increasing in value. Now, during this whole pandemic that we all are living, you got to understand things have shut down. Things have come to a halt. And with that being said, I know that things are slowly but surely starting to open back up. But these businesses that are out there are actually raising the prices of goods and services, not only to make up for what they have missed, but they do it naturally because we live in a capitalistic society. So you see gas going up, you see healthcare going up, daycare going up, nail salons going up, barbershops going up. You see the cost of living is even going up. But if everything is going up except your dollar, then guess what? You're a victim of inflation. Now, moving forward to taxes, you have to understand that taxes is your biggest expense. Now, during this pandemic, we got hit with some stimulus checks. And understand this, I'm looking at you and you're looking at me. So I want to ask you, who do you think is going to pay that money back? It wasn't free. It's going to be us, the taxpayers. We actually have to pay that stimulus money back. And guess what? That came at a cost that had nothing to do with us.
That's right. So if two things are already sky high and they're going up even more because of COVID, what in the world makes people think they can make the same amount of money that you were making prior to COVID when prices are up and taxes are up? And Brandon, you know what else is up? People's debt is also up. Let me show you guys something real quick. I'm not going to go over all these slides tonight, but I want you to understand the power of what we're saying. When debt is sky high, it's because most people don't realize it. But let me just give you an example. If a person doesn't have the money that they need to have in order to sustain, they generally float it on a what? On a credit card. That don't make sense. So if a person doesn't have the money because of taxes and a person doesn't have the money because of inflation, now the debt starts to run up. So now you owe the government taxes because of stimulus checks. They're going to make it up over time. You owe the banks interest because you borrow money on credit cards and student loans. They're not giving you a forbearance period, even though unemployment is sky high, because in capitalism, they just don't care. So I'm going to pull up a slide here in a second. But Brandon, talk about how everybody right now is not losing. Who are some companies that are winning, and why is Making Wealth Real winning during this pandemic?
Man, let me tell you, how many of you guys out there know that if you were making hand sanitizer, you're definitely winning? How about this? Social media. All of us are on social media, whether it's TikTok, StreamYard, Zoom, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. There are so many companies that are out there winning because we're at home, and a lot of companies or a lot of people are now moving to online services. If you're offering online shipment because people are at home, guess what? Or on online delivery, you're definitely winning. From Instacart to Uber Eats to DoorDash, all of these companies actually provide solutions to what's going on, which is what is a key factor in a solution during a time like this of what we're living in.
So Making Wealth Real provides the number one solution that people need, and that's a home-based business. Guys, think about it. If you need hand sanitizer, you know where to get it. If you need a mask, you know where to get one, right? If you need something shipped, Amazon will bring it to you. UPS will take it. Well, where are you going to be safe and make money at the same time? The house, okay? You need to be social distancing. You need to keep people out your face. You need to keep your hands clean. But Brandon, you still got to be able to maintain the current lifestyle that you have. Well, with Making Wealth Real, we provide a home-based business. People often confuse this, Brandon. They say, Brian, I don't have a gift. I don't have a talent. I don't have anything I can do. What is my home-based business? You missed it. It went over your head. It went over your head. Listen to me. Making Wealth Real is the home-based business. Your business is introducing people to us. You expose people to our experts. Our experts help people with their finances. And in doing so, you become a home-based business owner. Put this in the comments, please. All I do is expose. That's what you do. That's your role. You expose people to MWR, Making Wealth Real Financial. Your home-based business is keeping people informed about the power of having a home-based business. Brandon, it's like this. If you knew sign language and you and I could talk and communicate via Zoom, you could charge me, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
If you knew a secondary language and I wanted to learn Portuguese or Spanish or Italian or French, you could teach me over Zoom, right?
Absolutely.
So what we're doing, guys, we're introducing people to the power of a home-based business, the power of our Financial Edge membership, the power of tax deductions, the power of income shifting, the power of cash flow expansion, the power of investing, the power of leverage. These are wealth principles that people with degrees in finance don't understand. We do that for you. You bring people to the platform. Now you're doing like Brandon said. You're leveraging Zoom. You're leveraging YouTube. You're leveraging Facebook. You're leveraging Instagram. Aren't you tired of platforms leveraging you and your pictures and your videos and your photos and your memes? Why don't you, 547 people watching us live, 10,000 people on average will see this by the end of the night. Why don't you leverage these platforms? See, it's two things we do well. And I want to make sure this is clear. One, we help you improve your cash flow. That's the first thing our membership does. See, this isn't one of those things where you get on Telegram and you send a stranger some money and they tell you to get two people and then the flower opens up and then you just hope people come in and then you hope that you get to the water position. You got all these crazy fads and games out there. This is a trend. The home-based business is a trend that is here to stay because guess what? You don't know how long this COVID era might last. Brandon, we were just talking about this in the back in the studio, right?
Yes.
We could be here another 2 years without feeling really safe. The Spanish flu didn't go away, guys, from February to August. Okay, polio didn't go away in 6 months. You go look up any pandemic. It takes a while for society to not only remedy the situation medically, but to psychologically get over the fear that they could catch the exact same thing. So I'm telling you now, you might want to quarantine up. Stay as safe as possible. If the NBA right now has fake fans in the stands, okay, watching the game, and Major League Baseball, every time you turn around, a team is having to postpone their games. Brandon, I think the NCAA didn't two big leagues just decide not to
Conferences,
go this
two
year.
big conferences canceled.
2 conferences canceled. Do y'all know how big college football is? Brandon, tell the truth. It's bigger than, it's more money made in the NCAA football than some of the other industries combined.
That is true.
They canceled.
That's
So
true.
what make you think you just gonna go to work every day? And Hollywood shut down. That's why you watching reruns. No shows are in production. I think Tyler Perry here in Atlanta, Brandon, he made it where if you on one of his shows, you got to quarantine for like 6 months and just stay on the grounds. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to live there, right? So people are actually telling me I'm going to be fine. You don't know what you're going to be in 2 years. So write this in your notes. Prepare for war in times of peace. Prepare for war in times of peace. So Brandon, we got this Financial Edge membership, right? People think it's expensive, but we tell people what? Compare this. Why do we have this, some burgers, fries, and shakes on here? What help them understand what they're actually investing in? Is it a restaurant?
Absolutely not. But here's the thing. Everybody knows about the golden arches. I think chromosomes know about the golden arches. Here's the thing about the golden arches. They absolutely market that particular brand. It doesn't matter if you're in the United States, overseas, on the East Coast or West Coast. Every single franchise and store that you go in of McDonald's, you're going to have the same exact core value, which is burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pie. But here's the thing. In order to buy into a franchise of McDonald's caliber, you need to invest anywhere between $250,000 to $2 million. We actually show you how you can buy into a franchise and have your own business for just $228 one time to get started, and that's $119 a month. Guys, that's $4 a day for you to have your own business franchise to yourself that you can benefit from.
Now, here's the thing, because I think people miss that return on investment you talked about. So I showed you guys, right, 700, 1,000, 600, 1,100. But over here we have what are called minimums, right, guys? So these are the minimums. So every day I get a minimum of 500, right? As you can see, I exceed my minimums, but that's 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. And then as we sat here, Brandon, a young lady just qualified for what's called an instant pay raise, right? I'll cover her name up. But she qualified for an extra $41 per month in her paycheck. We give people what are called instant pay raises. So our phone will go off when our website has somebody come over and say, hey, I want more money in my paycheck. So how do you get more money in your paycheck? Well, guys, here's what you have to remember. The government wants you to have a home-based business. See, I'm going to go a little different tonight. Let me educate you a little different way tonight. Instead of doing a bunch of slides, let me show you something. For $228, you now have a home-based business. You bought into Making Wealth Real and invested in yourself, just like Brandon said, instead of McDonald's for $2 million or $250,000 or $20,000, you can open up a home-based business for $228. So in the comments, put 228/119. The 119 is per month. Now, Brandon, if the government was going to pay for your business and make your business basically fund itself, would you let them pay for it?
Oh, undeniably, yes.
Undeniably. But Brandon, what most people do is they get a tax refund. They get their money taken out of their check all year long on what's called a W-2. The W-2 is the tax code for a job. So if you let the government take your money all year long, then you get a refund next year. Re means again, fund means money. So a tax refund is just your money coming back to you again. What the government lets you do legally, ethically, and morally, if you have a home-based business, they allow you to get your money up front. Brandon, here's what happens. Both people can't get the tax break. Either you are an employer or you are an employee. They can't give both of y'all the tax break. The 1099 code is the one that gets the tax break. The W-2 code is the one that gets taxed. So if you have a job and a business, you have the best of both worlds. The government will let you take some of the taxes out of your paycheck and lower them so that you can fund your 1099 home-based business. Put this in the comments, guys. Let Uncle Sam pay for it. You see? So if you got your job and you getting hit over the head with taxes, it's nothing. It's nothing you can do about that. The W-2 means hit me over the head with taxes.
Right.
Be thankful but not satisfied. The 1099 means, you know what? Let me take my W-2 money, invest in myself instead of making everybody else rich, put it into a 1099, and the government says, you know what? Take care of your bills first. Take care of your cell phone first. Take care of your internet first. Take care of your meals first. Take care of your car first, because they want you to have a business. See, Brandon, if you remember your history, right? This country, we broke away from who? You remember?
We broke away from a lot. We broke away from a lot now.
History may not have been your subject, but you remember the England?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So we broke away. The answer I'm looking for, I threw you off guard, is Britain. Everybody remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So we came over here because of the revolution. Britain was the big bad wolf. Brandon, do you know why we left Britain? Taxes.
The number one thing.
The number one thing people hated in Britain was taxes. Brandon, do you know what people hate about America? Taxes.
Taxes.
so we came over here, got involved, started this country and got involved in the same hustle that we ran from in Britain. So we dumped some tea into the Boston Harbor. You know what that was about, Brandon? Taxes.
Taxes.
In Britain, you were either a lord or you were a servant. In America, you're either an employer or what?
An employee.
Employee. Taxes. We use the same caste system that Britain used, but people haven't figured out yet. In this country, you have a house or an apartment or whatever your domicile is, you can make yourself a business owner. Put this in your notes. I was born a 1099. People miss that. They tricked you to become a W-2. You were born a business owner. Now all you have to do is find the 1099 that best suits you. Brandon, what does Money Max do? Let me show these guys these portals and we're going to transition to the money. How does Money Max actually work with your membership? Why is it that having a staff of enrolled agents is important, and how does that help somebody you know?
Well, let me tell you, Brian, here's the number one thing. Wealthy people are privileged to information that the middle and lower class are not. And with that being said, you just talked about home of the instant pay raise. So when in Money Max, these where you have some licensed professionals that are assigned to you that actually take a look at, one, your past tax returns, and they will actually amend them if they need it. And two, they will actually correct your W-4. That's the form that you fill out when you start your job, that you put how many allowances, deductions, and what you're filing. Are you guys familiar with that? Well, here's the thing. They actually will correct that and legally, ethically, and morally lower your tax bracket. So the overpayment of taxes that you're paying now comes back into your pocket.
So enroll agents with the IRS help you. You hit this chat button. Our Money Max department has enrolled agents that allow you to upload your pay stub, upload your tax returns, and they help you get more money back in your paycheck. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
For $4 a day, you have a staff of enrolled agents with Money Max to help lower your biggest expense, which is your taxes, federal, state, local, ad valorem, property, capital gains, all these different taxes we have. But the one tax that you can control is how much you give the government, and they let you lower them if you have a home-based business. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. With experts for $4 a day.
And our home-based business is making wealth real, introducing people via education. With implementation, we introduce people to the power of a home-based business. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now, guess what? I got a special guest that just joined us in the studio. It's going to talk about her testimony real quick. Miss Felicia McCoy, what's up?
I don't see that. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Felicia, we got the audience and the world watching. What did Money Max do for you and your family, and how much money did you bring back instantly?
So my story should be like, it was like the greatest thing ever to me. Money Max, when I joined this business, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I started Success Love Speed. I started with myself. quickly enrolled in all the services that we have. The first one was Money Max. I uploaded my 2 pay stubs and my my last year's tax return. They immediately returned to me with, not immediately, I'm going to say 2 days. 2 to 3 days, I got back a W-4 form, which I presented to my employer, which turned into me getting an extra $750 per month back into my household. So prior to this, I was actually paying $386 biweekly. That was $800 a month that I learned how to struggle without, because they took it. I couldn't do anything about it. That's what the government said I owed, and they went in my account every month, or my paycheck every biweekly, and took the money. I immediately stopped that and went down to paying $22 biweekly in taxes. Yay!
So you got $750 back to your house.
$750 back to my house.
Now, how do we make the $750 snowball and become like $1,000? What'd you do with the $750? Since the government got you in debt, they should get you out of debt. What'd you do?
I started paying off my bills. That was the breathing room that I needed to actually get out of debt. So that was my get out of debt free card right there. So I've been snowballing it ever since. I tell you, no lie.
Nice. So she gave herself a $750 pay raise. So annually, Felicia, that's about what per year? 750 times 10 is 7,500. So 750 times 12 will probably be about 11,000.
That's about right. I'm gonna trust your math on that one.
Probably about $9,000. So what would it take, guys, if you're watching, to give yourself a $9,000 pay raise? Just go ask your boss and say, you know what? I need $9,000 more right now.
Listen, it is not happening.
It's
and
not
I tell
happening.
everybody, I learned to live without it, but trust me, I'm living life with it now, and it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Congratulations, girl. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Stay debt free. So listen, Brandon, that's a Money Max testimony. Now let's talk about Credit Max. Now, Brandon, how easy or hard is it to deal with the uploading of the 3 bureaus, if you will? It's real simple. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. How do our experts work on your credit?
Man, Brian, it's a 2-step process. 2-step. You download your credit reports and upload them into the system to the experts. Guys, when I tell you that this system is so simplified, there's a lot of companies out there that tell you that they'll fix your credit and they charge you an arm and a leg. Here, you have experts with a proven track record of over 30 years. And when I tell you that all you do is you take your 3 credit reports from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, upload them into the system, and they actually go to work immediately on your credit reports, and they give you a detailed timeline of what's going on with it.
And we added a little caveat this week too in the back office, where you can actually get a monitoring system and track step by step what our experts are doing for you. And with COVID, we've even added a letter that you can address to the bureau, so they can't hide behind the whole COVID thing that they're trying to do right now. Like the bureaus are trying to say, hey, we need a little more time. We need 45 days instead of 30 to remove that. And we need 60 days instead of 30 to remove that. We're like, nope. We give you guys a template. We help you guys track it. You upload it back to our experts. We have a monitoring system. So between you helping out during COVID and our experts doing what they can during COVID, your scores are still going to go up tremendously. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Let me show you guys a couple of examples here. This young lady is actually 19 years old. She went from a 356, right, to a 560, a 501 to a 763, right? From a 350 to a 500 to a 763. Got her own keys to her own place. Her own car. Miss Sean here went from a 602 to a 715. Unbelievable. 2 of my favorite testimonies, the 800 boys. Mr. Chuck Harden went from an 805 to an 812. Bert Sims went from an 834 to an 845. So we have people that had 300s going up to 7s. We have people that have 800s going up to 800 more, right? So it's pretty good. Now, Credit Max is cool, but Equity Max, this is our debt elimination program. In red, you can't see it here, but in red, we show you what your creditors had planned for you. And then in blue, we show you what you have planned for yourself via Equity Max. If you're not careful, your creditors will have you in debt for like 100 years. For example, Miss Charlotte here, her creditor said, look, you'll be out of debt in 111 years. You guys see this? 111 years. So I want you guys to think about it. Where will you be in 111 years? Equity Max put it side by side and said, no, you'll be debt free in 2 years if you. So we show everybody how to literally cut all the time off of the interest off of what the creditors wanted to do for you, and now what your millionaire data is for yourself. That's right. Everybody has a plan, but not everybody has a millionaire plan, right? This is Trevor, for example. Trevor, did you know that in 32 months or 52 months, you'll be debt free? 34 months after that, you'll have $50,000 in hand, right? And then they give you a millionaire goal. If you just follow this path, this is how much you'll have. See, everybody plans the wedding, right? Brandon, everybody plans the funeral. Everybody plans the graduation, but very few people plan their money. And if you don't have a plan for your money, somebody else does. So that's Equity Max. Brandon, talk about this bill shredder thing, man. What are people actually doing now where they can shred their bills? This is one, for example, with Shayna with AT&T. They're negotiating her bill down.
Guys, let me tell you, this bill shredder is a new addition to our membership. And with this bill shredder, you can actually have experts negotiate your bills for you to lower your payments on them. So whether you have a cable bill, internet bill, utilities bill, all type of bills, guys, you actually can upload, again, for keyword, upload your information into the system. And the experts actually contact those companies to lower your bills. And here's the great thing about it. Just because they lower your bill does not mean that they change your plan. On your cable, you still keep the same channels and the same service that you have. They just lower it. On your internet bill, it's the same thing. So you actually get to have the same service that you currently have right now at a much lower price. And if they cannot do it, they actually will tell you the reason why they can't do it.
And we got some people, man, who just joined us in the studio that want to share the power of their testimony again. Let me go with Ken Lawrence. Ken, you out there, man? Let me talk to you on the 1, 2, 3. Or do I see him out there? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. He might be on mute. Hold on. All right, I'll bring him back in a second. Hold on. Let's go with Sean. Mr. Sean T. Hill. What's up, Sean?
Income, eyebrows, expectations.
So question for you, man. Talk to me real quick. Which one of the pillars did the best thing for you?
The Equity Max, actually.
Okay, what happened?
Well, we first, I don't have a whole lot of debt. I'm blessed to be so old that some of that stuff went away and I don't even know where it went. But when I actually typed my balances and the interest rate and the minimum payment in, and got that creditor's plan, it was 3 years, 3 months. I got the Equity Max plan, and after I saw this little section that said margin. And so based on the income that we've been able to generate with this company, I put that in margin, and now we're down to 6 months. We'll be debt free.
So instead of 3 years, you'll be debt free in 6 months.
Yes, sir.
Now, do they help you calculate your millionaire goal too? Like if you just keep going, or if you take the income you're getting from the comp plan, which we'll talk about in a second, you'll be a millionaire by so-and-so date.
2034. Like that? 2034.
2034.
So far, yeah. I'm working on that.
That's if you stay on the old plan.
Right. On the new plan, it's looking like 2028. We'll see. I'll double check it. Next time we talk, I'll definitely have it.
Nice. Well, man, I tell people, debt is not your friend. Interest is not your friend. Anytime you got money coming in and you paying the bank more money than it's actually worth, it is not your friend. So Equity Max is definitely something you want to take serious consideration. Very, very, very important. Now, I understand you also getting a daily check. I also understand you getting a car bonus. Talk to me about your car bonus. Are you excited about that?
Hey, that thing hit on the 10th. You kept telling me I was going to love the 10th, and then I was about to actually have a conversation like this, and it hit like 2 minutes before the conversation, so I had to stutter for about 5 minutes before we could get into it. It was amazing. I mean, $500 is $500. $500 on one check after you getting the $50 daily pay and all these different, and then we just got qualified for the presidential as well. So we just seeing all of these different things. And I mean, right now we have a $30,000 annual asset. So we're really excited about all of them.
Man, for $228, you created a $30,000 a year asset. You getting at least $2,500 a month, yes, non-wage. If you don't do anything else, you got $500 coming for your car, and you don't have to use it toward the car if you don't want to.
I'm not.
You got $500 coming for your presidential. You got $50 a day coming in for your guarantee. So you between $2,000 and $2,500. Would you invest $228 again if you had to?
I'd do it every month if they asked me to.
For $228 one time, $2,500 a month. That's a good swap.
I love it. Absolutely.
But thank God it's only $228 one time.
Yes, sir.
$119 a month.
Yep.
And Sean, I heard you very close to hitting one of the top tiers in the company.
3 business partners away.
It might happen tonight.
It might.
All right. We'll see you later, man. We appreciate you coming.
Great. Appreciate it.
So, Brandon, they making it happen, man. They out there making it happen. So let's get into this money. You ready? We're gonna close it out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the most important thing about speed? A lot of people say, Brian, you guys always talk about success loves speed. Well, let me show you why success loves speed. Brandon, this is called a momentum bonus. Now, the momentum bonus is 150, 450, and 900. I want y'all to write that down. 150, 450, and 900. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to use this wealth principle called cash, asset, cash. Cash, asset, cash. The first thing the experts are going to do is get you some cash. Get your taxes down. Get your debt down. Get your expenses down, right? You heard Brandon talk about Bill Shredder. You heard Sean just now talk about Equity Max. You heard Felicia talk about Money Max, right? Getting the taxes down. You see credit scores going up. Well, all those roads lead to real assets, right? Like land banking, for example. We show you how we're investing in Antelope Valley, California. We show you how we're investing in private reserve accounts. That's called Wealth Max. See, the other pillars just require you to upload something and chat with the experts. Money Max, enroll agents, chat with the experts, lower your taxes. Credit Max, credit restoration specialist, upload your credit reports, chat with the experts. Equity Max, upload your bills, get out of debt, chat with the experts. Wealth Max requires a consultation. So now we have land, for example, that we purchase wholesale in California. That land can now be sold retail in 7 to 10 years. Well, when you see Warren Buffett buying the same land in the same areas that we bought ours in with our membership, you may want to say, what is Warren thinking about, right? $2.5 billion in transit in Antelope Valley, California, his transit system. When you see the NASA and the armed forces bringing 6,000 jobs to the area, Antelope Valley, California, you may want to say, wow, I wonder what they're thinking about. When you see the Olympics coming to Antelope Valley, California in 2028, you may want to say, wow, what do they see in Antelope Valley? We scooped up land wholesale, and you can position yourself to get a deed of that land, like my good friend here, Melissa Jackson. You can position yourself to get a deed, like my good friend here, Don and Ruthie Rodriguez. They have deeds to that land that they can now sell for retail. That's called cash, asset, cash. You want to take some cash. You want to buy, build, or grow an asset, and that asset generates more cash. What most of us do, Brandon, is we take some cash and we buy some trash.
That's true.
And the buck stops there. So now let's take the cash and make it work, and let's introduce the concept to other people. How does the momentum bonus work now that we got Equity Max, Credit Max, Money Max, Wealth Max? How can we leverage those with other people?
Well, Brian, you said it. Success loves speed. So the momentum bonus, you can't stop a person's excitement. Those of you that get your membership and you are now in the business, let me tell you, all you do is expose. You expose 3 people to this concept. They get their membership. The company will actually give you a $150 bonus if they join within 30 days from when you started. Now, if you help those 3 get another 3 within 60 days from when you started, that you get a $450 bonus. And if you help those 3 get 3 within 90 days from when you started, guess what, guys? They give you a $900 bonus. Now, That's the key phrase right there. Success loves speed, because we have people that are running with this and not even taking 3 months to get it, and they are able to get capitalized on a $1,500 bonus just by exposing people to this opportunity.
Now, what they don't see, Brandon, they see the 900, right?
Right.
But now you got 50, 50, 50, 50. What are these sponsorship bonuses? How do you earn the $50 in addition to your 900?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Brian. Here's the thing, guys. It doesn't matter if you refer 50 people or 100 people. You will get $50 per referral from now and through infinity. So not only do you get those bonuses, but you also get a $50 per person on top of that.
Now, watch this. This is what people miss. Okay? I, for example, got my first check and it was $28. People forget this, but I'll never forget all the people that laughed and thought I was crazy when my first check was $28. Right? I don't even remember how I got a $28 check. I don't even know what that was for. But my first check was $28, right? Now, this is back when I first got started. Now, watch what happens. Then it was 38. Then it was 400. Then it was 300, 300, 200, 100, 600, 300, 900. Every single day, 600, 300, 100, 300, 600, 200, 200, 300, 100, 23, 400, 1,300. I turned a $228 investment into over $11,000 in 1 month. That's called leverage. See, everybody wants to talk about pyramid, and everybody wants to talk about network marketing, and everybody wants to frown on the home-based business. But do you know the number one industry that's winning during COVID? Brandon, who can guess? The home-based business. The home-based business. Who can guess why our income is shooting up while most people are praying that the jobs bring them back? Because most people are at home looking for a home-based business, what? Solutions. And the minute you understand that all you have to do is open your mind up to getting prepared preparing for war in times of peace, your income will shoot through the roof too. Now those checks have now gone to 700. I just showed you 700, 1,100 per day. That's 30,000 to 50,000 per month. My minimum is 500. My investment was the same 228 you investing, and my monthly is the same 119 you investing. Why in the world would a person give the government $600 to $700 a month too much when they can start a home-based business and cut all that in half? Lack of what? Understanding. Now, Brandon, as these points grow, I happen to see you on one of these slides coming up. Talk about the importance of this bad boy right here. That gentleman looks real familiar. How does this work? Roughly how many people, so they understand?
Roughly about 50 people in your organization, guys. Notice I said organization. That means, just like Brian has said, that you leverage. That doesn't mean that you personally went and got and referred 50 people. It's a team effort. And as your team grows, you get points, and those points grow and qualify you for different tiers in the compensation plan. One of the tiers right here is called our luxury car bonus. There's 3 tiers of this. It starts at $500 and goes all the way up to $3,000. And the great thing about this, guys, is it's not requiring. It's not required. I'm going to say that a third time. It is not required for you to get a luxury car. There's no pink Cadillacs. There's no Mercedes that you are obligated to go get. You actually get this money and you can use it towards a car if you choose, or you can choose to pay bills off or keep it yourself and invest. You do with the money what you want to do, but it is offered to you as another one of the ways that we get paid.
So let me just show you guys some examples before we go, right? So obviously Brandon decided to keep his money. Ursula said, I want the 500. Lieutenant Colonel Larry Stewart. This is Junior from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Junior's one of our business partners. I think Junior's approaching 1250. Miss Quanah Sims, the Wealth Whisperer. She's at 1250. She's kind of torn right now, Brandon. She told me, she said, I might go get something nice. I might keep it for myself, but she's getting her son his first car. They're going to the lot together. I mean, you think about it, $1,250. You don't even have to use the whole 1,250. You can use 500, 600, 750, whatever you want. Get something nice and pocket the change in the insurance. Now, Charles Ivory here gets $3,000 a month. He went ahead and got his brand new GMC fully loaded. Credit score is in the 800s. That's his granddaughter who had the 300 score and now has the 700 score. So he's breaking the family curse. Miss Cashflow Christie is at $3,000 a month, making it happen. And guess what? That's not the only bonus. You heard Sean earlier talk about the presidential bonus. Brandon, I see you and the Wealth Whisperer, Quanta Sims, on this slide too, along with Larry Murray, Cortez Springer. I got my boy Cornelius in mind. Cortez Springer. Brandon, you on this slide too, so you just making all the money. What's this?
Hey, man, this is, again, another bonus that you get. Guys, there are 10 different ways that you actually get compensated. You had the car bonus, but this is another bonus that is accumulated as your organization grows and you accumulate points. This goes from $500 a month all the way up, guys, to $100,000. You can qualify for either 500 or 100,000 as your organization grows, and that's one time per month.
Man, so 50 people, from what I understand, Brandon, is the sweet spot. So guys, listen, if it took you 6 months to get 50 people in your team, let me give you some quick goals before we go. 3 people, 3 QFDs equals 150 a month, right? If you get what's called 1 customer and 3 QFDs, your membership is paid for. So that's the first goal. 12 QFDs is $600 a month. Now, Brandon, I don't care if it took you 90 days to get 12. You're not even responsible for all 12. Would you cash the check for $600 a month?
Oh, I absolutely would.
What's your daily pay right now?
My daily pay is at $50, but I'm at 99% to 100.
Let me get out of this zone so you can go. So you mean to tell me you're going to go from $1,500 a month to $3,000 a month probably tonight?
Absolutely.
Man, come on, man. Let me see what he's talking about. So the last slide I want to show you guys is called a daily guarantee. The daily guarantee range is anywhere from $20 a day all the way up to $1,000 a day. So Brandon, break this down, man. Why in the world is 50 again so important? Because that's the magic number for about $50 a day. Am I right?
That is correct.
All right.
That is correct.
So
go ahead.
No, you fine. Go ahead. I'm just gonna show them the pictures.
Here's the thing, guys. The IRS actually tells you that really, if you don't have a home-based business, you're throwing away basically about $20 a day. Guys, collectively in a whole month, that is $600 a month. Here, just like Brian said, with 12 people in your organization, you have the ability to make just this $20 a day that gets deposited into your account every single day at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You get a text message that will show you $20 a day. Guys, that's $600 a month.
Now, Brandon, this young lady looks like you with long hair. It's a family affair.
That's my sister. She's actually at the $30 mark.
Oh, so she got promoted already.
Yes, sir.
All right, so congratulations, Ms. Nina. There's Kayla Evans in the building. Kayla's in the building. I see you. TJ Busby's in the building. Tamara's in the building. Lamar's in the building. So these guys are up now $30 a day. These slides are old, man. Miss Amber's approaching 50 a day if she hadn't hit it already. Marvin Green, all these guys are making $900 a month on these back in the day slides, right? I know Sean Hill already went up. He's on his way to 100 a day now. So these slides are old, which is why I don't update them a lot because I can't keep up with y'all. Let's see. What's this? 50 a day. Gail Andrews, Richard Harden, Bert Sims. Man, Cortez, I can't keep up. 50 a day. Junior Kier Spades. And Judith Ivory. I can't keep up. What's this? 150. Woo! 150 a day. That's $4,500 a month. This is in addition to the car bonus, in addition to the presidential bonus, in addition to the momentum bonuses and expansion bonuses. This is the daily guarantee. This is crazy. $4,500 a month. Congratulations, Chuck Harden and Miss Quana Sims. Oh, wait, I skipped over somebody. Kim Whitfield, 100 a day. Larry Murray, 100 a day. That's our millennial, one of our young millennials. Christy Howard is at 300 a day. This slide is old. She's at 9,000 a month. And Charles Ivory is at 300 a day. They're at 900 a month. I can't keep up with y'all no more. I just can't. So before we go, guys, do us a favor. Just get with the person who invited you out and say, hey, I'm a number 3, I'm a number 2, or I'm a number 1. I showed you plenty of examples of plenty of people earning anywhere from $20 a day all the way up to $500 a day. Now, here's what you got to remember. A 3 is the kind of person that says, I'm not really open right now to making any extra money or any new cash flow. That's fine, number 3s. We appreciate you. A number 2 says, I want the membership. I just want the experts to help me with my finances. Money Max, taxes going down. Instant pay raise going up on your job. Credit Max, scores going up. Illegal deletions being removed. Equity Max, debt going down. Millionaire plan going up. And Wealth Max, that's the land banking and what to do with your money now that's grown. That's only $79 a month. Put that in the comments. Number 2 equals $79 a month. Not $228, not $119. Brandon, what's the power of a number 1? What does a number 1 get?
The number 1 says, you know what? I want to build my asset. I want to get that daily pay. I want to get that luxury car bonus. I want to utilize all the services. And guess what? I want to keep on exposing people to this and create a legacy and an inheritance that, man, I may or may not have already started. Bottom line, guys, you want it all. That number 1 is the person that says, hey, I want to do what I've been seeing and hearing you guys talk about. Again, guys, get with the person that actually referred you to this webinar, and it is $228 one time and $119 a month.
That's it. So you get the membership, you get the experts, you get the car bonuses, the commission checks, the website, the capture page, the e-wallet, the bill shredder. You get everything you've seen tonight for $228 and $119. We do these every Wednesday, no password necessary. Just come to our fan page, howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com, every Wednesday at 9:25 Eastern. That is our little quick hour of power, and I'll see you guys on private Zooms all week long. We do private Zooms for all you guys that are brand new. Get with the person who invited you. Text them right now and say, I'm on the 9:25 Eastern. So they'll get with you and find out if you're a 3, 2, 1 and get you up and running. I'm Brian Bean. That's Brandon Caldwell. Brandon, you rock, man. Thanks so much. Sean Hill, thanks for the surprise. Felicia McCoy, thanks for the surprise. All of our special guests, thanks so much. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.